A very good morning and welcome to the Thursday session of Yoga Online. Sit comfortably but sit firm. Lift the sides of the trunk. Lift the navel away from the floor, lift the sternum and lift the shoulder blades. Take the arms out to the side. Turn the palms to face forward. Turn the palms to face up. Breathe in, raise up the arms, join the palms. Lift the middle finger, lift the wrist, lift the elbows. Feel the length in the side of the body. Breathing out, release your palms to the chest. Rest the thumb on the sternum, eyes closed. Focus on the breath for a few moments. Begin by chanting Om 3 times. Take a slow, deep breath in. Your eyes. Roll the shoulders back. Feel the upper back muscles rolling down the back. Breathing in, raise up your head. As you breathe out, release the chin to the chest. Feel the length of the spine from the base of the spine. And as you lift the navel away, feel the back body spread and lift. As you lift the sternum, feel the mid-back lift. As you lift the shoulders and the ears, feel the cervical spine lift. So feel the length and the openness of the spine. And the highest point becomes the crown of your head. Use the stability of the trunk and the legs to bring a lightness to the head. Although there's a lift, there's a lightness. Maintaining this lift and lightness, shoot up the arms. Now walk your hands, walk the armpits up to lift the sides of the tongue. Lift the shoulders, fix them. Turn the palms to face forward, interlock your thumbs and stretch up. Take the upper arm behind the ear and lift the tongue. Turn the palms away from each other, interlock the fingers, stretch up the arms. Breathing out, release your hands. Release your fingertips. Raise up the right arm. Extend to the right side. Walk the left hand across. Pin the right buttock down, gaze forward. And now stretch the right side. Navel faces forward, sternum faces forward. Up, chain sides. Stretch the left side. Now can you pin the left hip down and extend the trunk out? Walk your hands across, pin the left buttock down and stretch the trunk out of the hip. Resist with the left buttock. Breathe in to come up. Change sides once more, raise up the right arm. Now pin the buttock down, walk your left hand across. Spread the palm, spread the fingers. Come to a diagonal and see if you can get the right side at least 45 degrees. Keep the left arm straight, keep the right arm straight, gaze forward. As you breathe in, stretch the right side, but move the right buttock down. As you breathe out, bend the left elbow to further stretch across. As you stretch across, pin the right buttock down. Hips are firm and you are stretching out of the trunk. Focus on the breath, stay there, and breathe into the length of the right side. breathe into the top and change sides. Extend the left side, pin the left buttock down. So we're working here like we did yesterday with the resistance of placing the hips firm and the buttock firm and extend the trunk out of the hips. Walk your hands across. Come to at least 45 degrees. Navel faces forward, sternum faces forward. Pin the left buttock down and stretch the left side away from the buttock so there's length in the side body. Now breathe into the left side. From the hip to the armpit, gaze forward. As you breathe out, bend the right elbow to further stretch and the left buttock moves down. Breath, breathe into the stretch of the left side. Up. Release your hands, roll the shoulders back. Interlock your fingers, rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Raise up the arms just above the forehead and stretch them forward. So it's not all the way up, it's just above the forehead. Lift the trunk, lift the armpits. Now use the momentum of the arms to lift the trunk more. As you lift the arms, lift the trunk. Feel the openness of the chest and the length of the side body. Upper arms in line with the ear. Stretch the palms, stretch the fingers. Breathe out, release your hands. Change the bind. Rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathe in, raise up the arms just above the head. Lift the trunk, lift the armpits. Now as you breathe in, use the momentum of the arms to lift the trunk more. In line with the ear, stretch the palms, stretch the fingers. Lift the sides of the body, lift the shoulder blades, soften the abdomen. Breathe out and release your hands. Roll the shoulders back and stretch out your legs. Heels away from you, toes towards you, roll the shoulders back. Lift the sternum and look up. Lift your gaze forward. Fold your legs in. Hold onto your ankles. Lift the navel away from the floor, but focus on the back body. The lumbar spine lifting. Lift the sternum away from the floor and feel the thoracic spine lifting. Lift your ears away from the floor and feel the cervical spine lifting. So although you're lifting the front body, feel that the back body has been extended as well. Soften the abdomen. Lift the armpits away from the floor. With this action, release the chin to the chest. Feel the length of the spine. And as you breathe in, lift your ears, lift the crown of the head and sit tall. The sides of the trunk have been lengthened. Now focus on the length of the spine and the crown of the head being the highest point, at the same time the lightest point. Release your hands. Stretch out your legs. Heels away from you, toes towards you, legs straight. Roll the shoulders back, lift the sternum, lift your ears, lift the crown of the head. Focus on the weight of the leg, the firmness of the hip, the lightness of the trunk, the length of the spine. Lift the navel, lift the sternum, lift your ears, lift the crown of the head. Once again, the head and the crown of the head becomes the lightest point, the highest point as well. Hold your legs in and come to knee. Roll your mat if you need extra knee support. And step out the right leg as if we go into a full Parigasana, but we're not. So support your hips with this box created by the right side. Turn the hip and trunk to face forward. Raise up the left arm, a full extension of the left side. From the knee to the middle finger, extend. Feel the sides of the body extend. And as you breathe out, gently stretch across the right. Hands on your hips, and now straighten the right leg. Place your right hand on the right thigh, middle finger in line with the knee. Raise up the left. As you breathe out, slide your right hand down, but focus on the length of the spine. Can you move the navel away from the hip? Move the sternum away from the navel. Move the crown of the head as you stretch across. Feel the back of the right leg stretching and the left side stretching. Breathe to come up and change legs. Stand on the right, step out the left, support your trunk using your hand on the knee, raise up the right arm, a full extension from the knee to the right finger, breathing out, stretch over to the left side. Breathe in to come up. Release your hands onto your hips. Straighten the left leg. Place your left hand on the left leg, knee in line with the middle finger in line with the knee. Keep your toes up, we don't have to take it down right now. Raise up the right arm. Now feel the extension from the right knee to the right fingertips. Breathe in, lift the right side. As you breathe out, stretch over to the left and feel the extension. Lift the navel away from the hips, lift the sternum away from the navel, although you're bending, maintaining a length in the spine as you come across. Breathe in to come up. Release your hands and come to stand. Come to stand with your feet hip width apart. Raise up both your arms, a full extension. Soften the abdomen. From the floor, lift the sternum away from the navel. So although we're side stretching, we're focusing on the length of the trunk and the length of the spine. Release your hands onto your hips. Roll the shoulders back. Once again, breathe in, raise up the arms, press the feet down, soften the abdomen, stretch the sides of the body. Release your left hand onto the hip. Breathing in, stretch the right side. Press the right foot down, and as you breathe out, slide the left hand down and side stretch over. Navel facing forward, trunk facing forward. Press the right foot down and extend the right wrist away from the shoulder, the right shoulder away from the hip. At the same time, lift the navel, lift the sternum, bringing a lightness to the trunk. Breathing to come up and change sides. Here the focus is going to be to press the left foot down, lift the left wrist. As you breathe out, slide your hand down the leg. Slide your right hand down the leg. The left foot presses down and stretch the left hip away from the foot, the left shoulder away from the hip, and the left wrist away from the shoulder. At the same time, lift the sternum and bring a lightness to the head. Breathe it up. Release your hands and take your feet further along. Roll the shoulders back. With action, we're going to lengthen the spine horizontally. Turn your right leg out. Turn your left leg in, hip and trunk facing forward. Raise up the left arm and pin the left leg to the floor. The outer edge of the left leg pins to the floor. Keep your right arm or your right palm on the right leg. Breathing in, lift the left side, stretch from the hip to the armpit and the armpit to the wrist. As you breathe out, slide your hand down the right leg. Will you come to your maximum? Roll your thighs back, fix the hip, and now lengthen the top side. Lengthen the armpit away from the hip. Lengthen the wrist away from the armpit. Lengthen the spine across. Lengthen the navel horizontally, the sternum horizontally, and the crown of the head horizontally. Fix your legs. From here, raise up the left arm and come to Ujjayi Trikonasana. This aligns the spine. The spine in horizontal and lengthening away from the hips. Breathe in to come up. Turn your feet forward and over to the left. Pin the right leg down. Place the left hand on the left thigh. Raise up the right arm. A full extension from the right hip all the way to the right wrist. Focus on pressing the left leg down and the edge of the right foot, the back edge of the right foot down. Breathe in, lift the right side. And as you breathe out, slide the left hand down. Extend the right side away. The armpit away from the hip, the wrist away from the armpit, and lengthen the navel and the sternum horizontally. Feel the side stretch of the body, and can you lengthen the crown of the head to the left, pressing the right foot firmly down. Breathe in, raise up the arm and come to Ujjayi Trikonasana with the spine lengthened. Navel facing forward, tongue facing. Breathing to come up. Turn your feet forward. Breathing in, raise up the arms, a full extension. Lift the sides of the trunk and feel the freedom of the spine as you lengthen the spine and lift the crown of the head. Maintaining this extension, join the palms together. Feel the sides of the trunk lifting. Turn your right leg out once again, turn the left leg in, turn to face the right side. Maintain the height of the trunk, the lift of the trunk, the lift of the crown of the head. Bend the right leg down and go into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. And move the lower shoulder blade into the body and look up. Press on the back leg, lift the chest, lift the shoulder blades. Feel the length of the side body. Release your hand onto your hip, straighten your leg, and come back to stand. Breathing in, raise up the arms, full extension. Join the palms together, join the fingers together. Turn your left leg out, the right leg in. Move the lower shoulder blade into the body, bend the front knee to go down, and lift the trunk, move the lower shoulder blade into the body and look up. Lift the chest, open the chest. There's a lightness in the crown of the head. Straighten your front leg, release your hands onto your hips. Turn your feet to face forward, toe heel. Walk your legs together. Stand with your feet together or hip width apart, roll the shoulders back. From your hip, lift the sternum, lift the crown of the head, lift your ears and become tall. Lift the navel away from the hip, lift the sternum away from the navel, lift your ears away from the shoulders, create a length. Extend the arms down to the side. Press your feet together as if they become one. From your inner ankles, your inner heels, and the big toe, if they joined, feel that they've become one. If your feet are apart, press both your feet down. If your feet are together, join your feet, push your thighs back. From your midline, from your navel, lift. From the sternum, lift. Lift the crown of the head. At the same time, feel the lumbar spine lift, feel the thoracic spine lift, and the cervical spine lift. Press your feet down. Push your thighs back to lock the legs, fix the hip. Now breathe in from your feet to the hip, from the hip to the shoulders, from the shoulders into the crown of the head. Keep the face quiet. As you breathe out, feel the energy running down from the shoulders, through the arms and through the fingers. Take the arms slightly back to open the chest. Tuck the floating rib in. Keep pressing your foot on the floor as you lift the crown of the head. The focus points become your feet, the crown of the head, the sternum, and both your middle fingers. Extend your middle fingers down to the floor. Down, sternum lifting, crown of the head lifting, middle fingers shooting down. Chest open. Breathe into the pose. From the shoulders, through the fingers. Release the pose. Raise up the arms. Shift the feet apart. As a recovery, hinge at the hips, forward. Just a gentle prasarita, quieten the head. Feel the spine release around the back. Soften the abdomen. Forward. Place your hands on your hips. Toe heel, toe heel. Walk your legs together and come to sit. Come to sit. Press your fingertips on the floor once again. Lift the navel away from the floor. Lift the sternum away from the navel. Sit in any comfortable pose. Roll the shoulders back. Soften the abdomen. Feel the length of the sides of the trunk. Feel the length of the front body. The crown of the head becomes the lightest point and the face is. Move the abdomen back. Soften the abdomen. Take your knees apart. Stretch forward. Lengthen the back body. Move the navel away from the floor. Move the sternum away from the navel. Lengthen the crown of the head. Push the buttock back. Stretch the arms, stretch the armpit and rest your head. Soften the abdomen. Feel the length of the trunk, the length of the spine at the same time. The quietness in the abdomen and the quietness in the head. Walk your hands back. Walk your hands back. And come to lie flat on your back. Right on the floor. Soften the abdomen, spread the chest. Both hands, draw both your knees in. Feel that there's a length in the spine, a length in the sides of the trunk. And in this Pawan Muktasana, release your hands and extend your arms out behind you. Interlock your fingers and stretch the arms. Feel the trunk lengthening. Draw your knees in towards the chest. The extension of the trunk, soften the abdomen. Feet are quiet. Draw your thighs in towards the chest. Feel the lumbar spine settle. Feel the thoracic spine release. And feel the cervical spine become quiet. Release your feet onto the mat. Straighten your right leg, straighten your left leg, and roll your thighs out for Shavasana. Keep your arms to the side of the trunk. Soften the abdomen. Focus on your breath. Place both your hands on the abdomen again. Raise up your knees one by one, keeping your feet flat on the floor. Raise up the right arm all the way past the right shin. Roll over onto your right hand side. And press to come to sit. Sit in any comfortable posture. Whatever works for you. With palms, press the thighs down to lift the trunk. Lift the navel away from the floor. Lift the sternum away from the knee. Your ears, lift the crown of the head. You can even press your fingertips on the floor to lift the trunk. The buttock moves down, the sitting bone moves down. Fix your thighs, move your thighs down to the floor. Lift the navel, lift the sternum, spread across the chest. Feel the length of the spine, the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, the cervical spine, and feel the lift the crown. Lift your ears. Go out. In the extension of the trunk and the side body. Join your palms together, maintaining this length of the spine and the lightness of the head. Eyes closed, focus on your breath. Pencil out this pose. Become firm on the outside and soft on the inside. Of the abdomen, take the navel back. Softness in the face, but still maintaining the lift of the trunk and the lightness in the head. And as you breathe out, lift your ears to take the chin down. And take this time to thank yourself for making time to nourish your body, your mind, and your spirit. As you breathe in, slowly raise up your head, release your hands, and open it. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, and we will meet tomorrow for a quiet Friday.